Hi, my name is Hartmut Veit. I'm an artist designer and I make things. And for me, art is an artifact of cultural production, and it's probably one of the reasons why I've chosen this book by Michel Tournier, The Golden Droplet. In it, the main character, Idris, he's a tribal person from North Africa, from the Sahara, and he migrates to France. And there on his way, he encounters how his tribal culture is being portrayed in Western ethnographic museums, and that's what this passage is about. So here it goes. He moved along the glass cases, followed by the little group of the faithful which Idris had joined. In one corner there was a reconstruction of what a show card called the elementary area of the Saharan's habitat. Idris opened his eyes wide. All these objects of unreal cleanliness, frozen in their eternal essences, intangible, mummified, had surrounded his childhood and adolescence. Less than 48 hours before, he had eaten from that dish, watched his mother using that grinder. Idris listened in amazement as the guide spoke of the elementary rules of politeness in the Sahara. He knew all these rules of daily life because he had always observed them, but as if spontaneously and without ever having heard them formulated. Hearing them from the mouth of a Frenchman while in the midst of a group of white-haired tourists bewildered him. He had the impression that he was being forcibly removed from himself, as if his soul had suddenly left his body and was observing him from outside with astonishment. Finally, they stopped in front of a glass-fronted cabinet in which jewellery and amulets were displayed. Here, mesdames et messieurs, you will look in vain for the head of a dog, the silhouette of a camel, a scarab, and especially for a man or a woman. No, Saharan jewels are non-representational. They are abstract geometrical forms whose values lies in signs, not images. Here are solid crosses and crescents, stars and rosettes. Here are clasps, buckles and rings made of goat's horn. The anklets are supposed to prevent the demons of the earth from climbing up a person's leg and invading the whole body. The least precious jewels are simply made of shells. The most precious are made of gold, but you will not see any of these here in this museum. They were probably stolen a long time ago. When the visitors began to leave, Idris went to the cabinet. He had seen these silver jewels on his mother, on his aunts, on other women in Tabla. There were photos showing faces covered with ritual paintings to which Idris could almost have attached familiar first names. Finally, as he was moving away from the glass, he saw the reflection of a head with unruly black hair and a thin, vulnerable, anxious face. It was himself, his evident presence in this taxidermist version of the Sahara.